I'm in the booth. Don't shoot. Which I need some proof.
Introducing
Watch my
the
videos,
2
man.
racks a
2
week
racks a week.
challenge.
Ronnie Speed. Yeah, Ronnie Speed. Ronnie Speed. When I drive, I make
video, and then where you were just showing all your 2500. I said, okay, all right, I said I can get with that.
Introducing the 2 racks a week challenge.
What's going on, people? Ronnie Speed coming back. Man, you know what time it is, man. It's the 2 racks a week challenge. Right now we have Ali. He's in the DMV area. Ali, tell him a little bit about yourself, the city, state that you live in, that you drive, and how long exactly you've been doing, ride share for.
All right, so I'm from DMV, specifically Virginia. 24 years old. I've been driving for about 2 years on and off, but this last year, I would say the last 8 months is when I really got into it. At first, I was just like, nah, this is not really viable. I can't really do it. But now I would say the last 8 months, I'm going pretty much full time.
Okay. Yeah. So like once you first started, you said, so if you just started full time, so you part time, right?
No, now I'm full time.
No, I'm talking about when you first started.
When I first started, yeah, it was part time.
Okay, yeah. So like once you was driving Uber part time, what was your other part time job?
Yeah. So actually, I used to work as a server at a restaurant.
Okay.
Yeah, and yeah, not to knock it or anything, but I was trying to get out. I was like, yo, I gotta do something else, and thank God I had Uber in the background, so I just started doing Uber.
Okay, yeah. How did who told you about Uber? Like, what made you just want to take that leap of faith? Like, I'm gonna try like this ride share thing. Like, what was the catalyst?
So what it was that I've always like wanted something where I'm in control of how much I make. So that's what it really was. I started off with Lyft. Actually, it wasn't even Uber. I started off with Lyft. And I tried it, and I was just kind of like, I see it's cool, but you can't, I was like, there's no way I'm gonna make enough to make a living.
Right.
And coincidentally, I'm going through YouTube and I find your channel, and I was like, oh shit, like this is possible. So
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's interesting. So you was driving, you said like 2 years, and you found my channel. And once you seen like my content, you was like, damn, like what made you want to, try to even make $2,000?
What made me want to do it really was just like pretty much taking control of my life. From being, like I was making like $800 a week, $700 a week working as a server or whatever. And I was just like, yo, like enough is enough. Like I gotta do something.
Okay.
So for real, like as soon as I found your, like I said, found your channel, right? It really like changed my life in a way, whether that be like the grind mindset, and just going at it. So it's really cool what you're doing, man.
Thank you.
I mean, I'm all the way out in the DMV, and it reached me, and then like it really changed my life, bro.
Yeah, man. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Like, so talk about like I guess like what inspired you as far as like what exactly did I say that like, that hit you like, damn, man, I'm gonna try to, do better and, try to make 2,000. Like, do you remember exactly what I said that just changed?
Yeah, what it was. So I've always been kind of competitive. Like I played sports and all that. So, and then when I saw you talking about like people complaining about Uber and like, oh, you can't make money and stuff. And that's very true. I've taken a couple Uber rides, and it's a very they have a defeated mindset. I would say a lot of people. And it's kind of crazy to me. So as soon as I heard you, I was like, yo, pandemic or no pandemic, I'm going hard.
Good.
Like, doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, yo, this is the type of shit I gotta be on.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was pretty much it.
Okay. Then since obviously this is about making $2,000, tell them a little bit about that. Like how many hours did you have to do? And how much money did you make exactly in those hours?
Yeah, so I worked 60 hours, like 62 hours to be exact.
Mhm.
And that's another thing. People really think 60 hours is a lot. Like it's not.
Mhm.
Like, it's really not that much. Like, you can do it and fit other things in your schedule if you wanted to.
Yeah.
My bad. What was the exact question? I feel like
Yeah,
I'm
like I was just saying, like tell people how much money exactly did you make and how many hours. So you said 62 hours, and once you hit,
yeah, 62 hours and I hit to about 2030.
oof,
Yeah, after
like
the
I
tips
said in the
came.
song, 60 hours, 2 racks a week. And it's
Yeah.
funny because I was saying that, pretty much like myself and my market, but now it's
Mm,
like, damn, 60 hours, that's kind of like, the potential minimum that you may have to do to hit the 2000. And I'm glad that you achieved it. Like prior to you making like that 2000, is this the most money that you ever made, or?
yeah, this was the most money that I ever made driving Uber. And you know something crazy?
Mhm.
Like the quests that I had weren't even good. Like that's the wild part about all this.
I'm,
Like it wasn't even no
yep,
no no crazy quest. So like I
yeah,
know you remember when it was like $400
of course.
and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
yeah, it was
And that's
wild.
the thing, man, because it's like it's not even about the quest. Like I try to say, like, don't
Yeah,
even worry about the quest because you can't
it's
control
not.
it. You
Yeah.
cannot control it. If they give you a good one, cool. If they give you a bad one, cool. So only thing
Mhm.
you can control is how you respond to things and like the amount of effort that you put in.
Yeah.
So like I said, you put in 60 hours, you made $2,000. That's lit. And
Yeah.
that's like the whole purpose of this, man. It's like to
Mhm.
showcase what could be done if you had like the right mindset and the right attitude and open-minded to even like trying it. Because some
Yeah.
people think I'm like full of shit and I just run my mouth, which I like running my mouth, but it's like,
Nah,
I
man,
know
you're
I know
not.
what I'm talking about, man.
Yeah.
I know what I'm talking about. Like you made 2,000, this the most that you ever made. And like what
Yeah.
was the most you made prior to that?
So prior to that, like I'm gonna be honest, I was also like, I was messing around. Like I would go hit 1,000, and I was like, oh wow, I can really hit 1,000. And then it was
Mhm.
1,200, and then it was 15, and I'd be like, oh okay, I'm good. So it took me like a little bit to be like, okay, I need to stop playing around
Yeah.
and just fully go for it. And it was somewhat due to the quest. You'd get like $400. I'm like, all right, cool. I'm good for the rest of the week. Like I could chill, go out,
Yeah.
but you really just gotta put in like go full
Yeah. Right. Right.
full throttle.
Yeah. So now that made $2,000 and you drove 60 hours, how does that feel, man? Talk about like how do you feel from like trying hard and you actually reach that goal?
Man, it feels great. It
Mhm.
feels great, and it just you know opened my mind to new possibilities. Like
Yep.
like I can do this consistently. So, and it really did change my mindset. Like today, like I said, I only work like 4 hours or whatever.
Mhm.
And I really felt bad. I was like, yo, what am I doing?
Yeah.
Like, I should be out there like
Yeah,
working.
man.
So
Yeah, you felt bad because you starting to grow as a person. And like that's what it is, man. Because deep down inside, it's like what you want out of life, and it's
yeah,
like your conscience is telling you, like, damn, like why are you home? Like you're supposed to be doing something. So I know what you mean because I get that feeling too. So it's like not like I'm a robot or something. Because if I'm not in action doing something to propel me to the future, you feel guilty.
yeah.
So like good,
Exactly.
man. And yeah, talk about like was it hard? Like, is it hard?
Uh
Like if you had to give it like a number 1 through 10, like 10 being the hardest, how hard is it really to drive like 60 hours and try to make $2,000?
it's probably gonna be like kind of hard at the beginning,
Mhm.
if you're new to Uber or whatever. But once
Mhm.
you get into the habit and then force yourself to like work 10 hours and
Yeah,
just do it,
it becomes
man, you got like 2 weeks and then boom, it's gonna be easy. It's like nothing. Just have some earphones in your ear and listen to whatever you want to listen to and just drive, bro.
right, right. And And I was about to ask you. I just had a question. I just forgot. Yeah, yeah. Why do you think most people don't even like hit 2,000 or maybe don't even want to try? Like, why do you think that is?
Uh, I would say, it's really just there's not there's no awareness to it. That's
Mm,
why I said what you're
okay.
doing is pretty lit, because I would have never known I could have done
Okay.
that until I watched your videos, and I was like, okay, is this dude like playing some kind of game? Is this real or not? So it's like I'm just gonna do it, and yeah, bro. So really, it's just people not knowing.
Okay.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think that's what it is.
Okay. Yeah, that's an interesting point, man, because like of course I like knew it, but I don't think if you used to ask me that question, that wouldn't have been like my number one answer. But yeah, I like that answer a lot because, of course, it's easy to say, "Oh, well, most people are lazy; they complain." But yeah, sure. But I think it is more about awareness because if you don't know, then you don't really know what could be done. Because that's why
Exactly.
I try to do this because it's like, okay, you want to listen to people who's unhappy and just run their mouth and complain and want handouts, or you're gonna
Hmm.
listen to somebody that's actually showing you. And if you think I'm capping, I got other people showing you too who live in different states. So
Yeah.
a lot of the times it's not, I mean, it is your market, but there are other markets where you can make a lot of money. So you got to figure it out and you got to at least try.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like for example, I reached not too long ago. I got on an Uber with this older dude, right? And I started asking him about it, and he was just like, "Yeah, this is not something you can do full time." I was like, "Yeah, I'm thinking about doing it. What do you think?" He's like, "Yeah,
Yeah,
bro, it's
right.
not
It's like stupid. Yeah.
something like it's not something you could do full time, blah 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 blah." And I was just like, "Damn, this dude really doesn't know." So that's why I answered on. So I just showed him. I started showing him like my receipts and stuff.
But he
The
starts
week.
saying, oh, well, look how many hours you had to do.
Bro, he didn't. He just had this look on his face. He was just like, "What?"
Yep.
You know?
Yeah,
So
yeah, good. And keep, and like, if you take an Uber, keep telling and keep showing people that because
yeah.
it's like now, they could look up to you in your area. So it's like
Hmm.
now you can help them out and give them like some type of game. Because like you said, most people don't know. But not once you show them like physical proof, like here, look, this how much money I made. Now they have a choice to make. Now they're gonna
Exactly.
sit here and make excuses. They're gonna want to learn, like, damn, how did you do that? I didn't know this is possible. It's like now you hold them accountable. And,
Yep.
and like sometimes you have to hold the people accountable because they don't they gonna sit here and play the blame game, but like look what I did with like, oh well, how'd you do it? I'm like, well, you gotta, switch the way you think first and
Yeah,
foremost.
you can't be blaming anything really, bro. You just
Yeah.
gotta, like you said, take accountability,
Yeah.
really.
Okay. Yeah. So 60 hours, like talk about like your strategy a little bit. Like what times of the day were you driving and how exactly did you go about hitting like your 60 hours?
Yeah, so I like early mornings because I just like being done early so I could go to the gym or do whatever I need to do.
Right,
So I
right.
start at 4. I wake up at 4. I get out the house around like 4:30 or 5.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, and then just drive it straight through. I try not to take breaks.
Yep.
Like I don't like to go home, eat, because it really kills your momentum.
Yep.
It kills your momentum. So you really, if you can do it straight through and just have food with you, like that's a big thing. Have food with you
Mm-hmm.
and just eat in your car and then just keep going. So and my thing is trying to hit 30 rides a day. If you hit 30 rides a day, like you're gonna be straight,
Yeah.
you know. So yeah, don't yeah. If you see 150, you make 150, you're like, oh, I'm good for the day or whatever. No, you can't do that, bro.
Right.
Like
Right.
just hit 30 rides. Don't worry about how much you're getting paid per hour. Like don't worry about none of that. And just yeah, just hitting 30 rides. And
Yeah, you're right, man. Like I think the most important thing is drive for time. Like just set a goal like, okay, I'm gonna drive this amount of hours per week or per day, and try to do it. If you don't do it, get as close to it as possible, depending on what you have going on that week. Because some people have responsibilities and stuff come up. Because some people, I'm going to make 200 a day. Then you might have a crazy morning where you make like 200, like 5, 6 hours. So
Yeah.
if you starting early and you start like at 5 a.m., now you're done by like 11 a.m. or noon. You like, damn, I had a crazy day, which is good. Which is
Yeah.
good, but it's like you still can, leave money out on the table, man.
Oh, 100%. 100%. Yeah.
Yeah. Let me see if I have any questions. Yeah, so what's next, man? So like now since you made like 2,000, is that like your new standard or you know?
I would say so for sure,
Mhm.
because just seeing how easy it was to hit like 1,500 or over 1,000. And that's another thing, like not everybody has to hit 2,000. Like if you just go hard, start hitting like 1,500, 1,200, 1,300, you know, it'll be good for you. So,
Right.
but for me, I would say definitely 2,000, because why not?
Yeah.
It's
Exactly.
out there.
Exactly, man. Shit. Well, I wanna thank you for, coming on and, sharing your story. You definitely, share some good points as far as people not being aware of this, not trying, not being open-minded, and as far as like your strategy, starting early and limit your breaks, because breaks can kill the momentum for a lot of people.
Yeah.
I want to thank you for coming home. Y'all show Ali some love. I will leave his Instagram in the description below, so y'all could, send him a DM, congratulate him. If you live in this area, as far as like the DMV, I'm pretty sure he could give you some pointers and some tips,
Yeah, for
what
sure.
areas to be in, and he can help you out his damn self. So yeah, thank you, bro. I appreciate it, man.
Yeah, of course. Thank you, man. Like, again, I just want to say thank you, bro. Like, you don't understand how big it is, like what you're doing. Of course you do, but like I'm very appreciative of what you're doing, So
Ronnie Speed,
appreciate it, man.
yeah,
Oh, thank
Ronnie
you, man. I
Speed,
appreciate that, man. I'll talk to you.
60 hours, 2 racks a week. Ronnie Speed,